Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into the playbook of a vibrant, traditional Filipino street game known as Piko. It's this absolutely brilliant, highly strategic game of balance, kinetic precision, and, believe it or not, territorial acquisition that has captivated kids and adults alike for generations. Today, we're going to break down exactly how it works and why it's so much more than just your average childhood pastime.
So, let me ask you this. What if you could drastically improve your physical agility and coordination without dropping hundreds of dollars on a fancy gym membership, moisture-wicking clothes, or highly specialized athletic gear? If you're looking for a completely screen-free way to test your physical limits using literally nothing but the pavement right outside your door, well, you are in the exact right place. Here's our playbook for today. We'll cover the spirit of Piko, equipment and setup, rules of the game, winning your Bahay, and finally, skills in the final challenge. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The Spirit of Piko.
You know, Piko isn't just some random street game designed to pass the time. It actually belongs to a proud tradition of Laro ng Lahi, which refers to the indigenous cultural games native to the Philippines. Now, if you're familiar with international hopscotch, you can think of Piko as its Filipino cousin, but with its own unique flavor, rhythmic pacing, and rules. It's essentially a living piece of cultural heritage. And the best part? It's passed down across generations not through dry textbooks or formal classes, but just through kids playing right on the dirt or pavement of their local neighborhoods. It is an unwritten cultural constitution kept alive by the simple act of play.
Moving on to Section 2. Equipment and setup. Forget the modern, hyper-optimized workout culture for a second. You don't need highly specialized athletic equipment to get a great workout or spark an intensely competitive match here. To draw your geometric grid, all you need is a piece of chalk, a stick of charcoal, or honestly, even a sharp rock to scratch lines directly into the dirt. There's just something incredibly liberating about a playing court that exists only temporarily, drawn wherever and whenever you decide to lay it down.
Now, the only other thing you absolutely must have is your pomado. This is your personal marker. It can be a small, flat stone, a piece of broken tile, or even a heavy coin. This little object is the engine of your game. Actually, scratch that. It completely dictates your movement across the board. You're going to be tossing it into the numbered geometric shapes to determine your path. So here's a pro tip. You want to find something heavy and flat that won't bounce away unpredictably when it hits the ground. Figuring out the physics of choosing the perfect pomado is a micro skill all on its own.
Section 3. Rules of the game.
To survive out here, you absolutely must master your footwork. When you're moving through isolated single squares, you use a single foot drop. This means you have to balance your entire body weight and abruptly halt your forward momentum on just one leg. Then, when you reach paired squares that sit side by side, you use a 2-foot landing. Transitioning smoothly and rapidly between a 1-foot balance and a 2-foot landing, all while absorbing the shock of the jump, that right there is the very heartbeat of Piko.
Okay, here are your strict rules of engagement. Your margin for error? Exactly 0. First, never step on the lines. Second, always skip the square currently holding your pamashato. Basically, consider that square hot lava for your current turn. Third, when you hop back through the grid to retrieve your pamashato, you have to maintain that single leg balance without touching any lines as you bend all the way down to pick it up, which is incredibly difficult, by the way. And finally, do not drop or toss your marker out of bounds. Commit the ultimate sin of stepping on a line or missing your toss, and boom, you instantly lose your turn to the next player.
What makes Piko so enduring is its incredible adaptability. Whether you're out there running drills by yourself to secretly hone your balance and accuracy, or competing against a whole group of friends, the core mechanics are exactly the same. It scales perfectly from a quiet solo physical challenge all the way up to a high-stakes pressure cooker neighborhood tournament.
Section 4. Winning your Bahay. So the crucial question is, how do we actually win this game? Your ultimate goal is to successfully complete all the numbered steps in the diagram from start to finish. When you do that without making a single mistake, you get to essentially buy a house, or in Tagalog, a Bahay. This becomes a newly acquired section of the board, which acts as your personal safe zone. Think of it like street-level real estate. Once you claim a Bahay, you are the absolute only player allowed to land in that specific area. This gives you a massive physical resting advantage while leaving fewer and fewer safe spaces for your opponents to navigate. It compounds the difficulty for everyone else while rewarding your perfection.
Finally, Section 5. Skills and the final challenge. Listen, by playing Piko, you aren't just messing around on the sidewalk. You are actively leveling up your physical agility. It's literally a stealthy physical trainer. You're pushing your single-leg balance to the absolute limit. You're building incredible gross motor coordination and rhythm as you rapidly switch between those single-foot drops and two-foot landings. You hone pinpoint spatial accuracy every single time you toss that pamato into a tiny square from a distance. And because control of the board turns over the second a tiny mistake is made, it teaches an absolute masterclass in sportsmanship and patience.
So, here is your completion checklist for today. Step 1. Learn the mechanics and rules, which, hey, you've just done. Step 2. Find a perfectly weighted flat pamlato and grab some chalk to draw out your board. Step 3. Practice hopping through 5 squares without losing your balance or accidentally stepping on a line. And finally, Step 4. Play a full game, aiming to complete at least one perfect turn from start to finish.
We've covered the rules, the equipment, the physical mechanics, and the real estate strategy of the whole shebang. But the real takeaway here isn't just about learning a new outdoor workout routine, it's about recognizing the sheer brilliance engineered into traditional play. I mean, when was the last time you tested your physical limits with nothing more than a rock and a piece of chalk? As our world gets progressively more digital, more sedentary, and frankly, our fitness routines get more expensive, maybe the ultimate test of agility has been waiting patiently on the sidewalk all along. Now that you've got the playbook, are you ready to grab that pumice, draw your grid, and claim your Baja?